Yo, how's it going, indie wrestling fans? Welcome to Indy Handshake. I am your host, Jesus Cruz, and today I am joined by Krazy Kyle and Little Haystacks, the Haystacks brother from Southern California. And I remember seeing you guys, meeting you guys in 1999 and 2000 for Kirk White and Big Time Wrestling. How you guys been, man?
Good, man. Been real good. I've been out of it for a minute now, man. For at least 15 years. And my body tore up from it.
Yeah. And what about you, Kyle?
Did it longer than me.
Right. So far, so good.
Yeah.
Doing good. Just I got the normal wrestling aches and pains from all those orders. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Yeah. It was always fun watching you guys up here in NorCal, man, because you guys started doing some like hardcore stuff when hardcore was barely starting to take off. You know, the whole ECW era. So it's kind of fun to see that. But first, let's start off, Little Haystacks, we can start off with you. How did you get interested in pro wrestling, and how did you guys find about wrestling in your area?
So my uncle, Bob Bradley Sr., he did it for a lot of years. And he was known as Dr. Dream. And then my cousin, Bob Bradley Jr., he was Rob Van Dam's tag team partner. He was training. And so one day I just went in there. My mom took me in there and I just started training with him at 17 Arena. And then I think I was 14, when I started, and I had my first match when I was 15. So that's how I got involved, because my family's already into it.
Right. It's got to be the same for you, right, Kyle?
No, it was a little different for me. I had attended a WWF show in the Orange Show, and I think the main event that night was Bam Bam versus Bret Hart in a steel cage or whatever. And then I was a huge wrestling fan all the way up to that point. I always wanted to be involved in it, but then at that night in the parking lot, they were handing out flyers for an outlaw wrestling show. It was called Outlaw Wrestling, which was what he was talking about with Bobby's dad and Dr. Dream and Rudy Blacksteel. He just passed away. God rest his soul. And but anyways, he handed me the flyer for that, and then I went down to the San Bernardino Arena because he said he was going to train me. I went down there, and then I met Great Goliath, who had a big part in both of our training, and Bobby, and then that was how I got started. So that, being trained by Goliath was a legend, because I was the same guy that trained Jesse Fernandez. So.
Okay. And then how was training? Like, you guys came from watching wrestling as fans to actually doing it. How was that process? Like, tell us a little bit how the training was.
It was hard, man. Man, we rolled and tumbled for days before we even did anything else. Running up and down the bleachers with people on our backs. Man, it was horrible.
Shoulders.
Yeah. Oh man, that was so bad.
What year was this?
Oh shit, 89 maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, about 1989. Yeah, 14. Yeah, we used to on Saturdays have 8-hour workouts. I think it was forever. Oh, that's all I remember. And there was about 30 students in there. Everyone just tumbling and tumbling and tumbling. That's all you did, especially if you were new, green. Oh man, that's all you did. Before you did anything.
San Bernardino Arena ring wasn't very nice to you either. That ring was so stiff. It was built into the ground.
It was a boxing ring.
It was a boxing ring that, and it didn't really give at all. So like when you landed on that ring, it felt like somebody was slamming you on the floor upstairs or something.
Yeah. How many different trainers did you have? You guys trained down there in SoCal area?
So it was Goliath, Jesse Hernandez, my cousin was 90% of me. Training my uncle, and who else am I missing? Oh, Bill Anderson was around.
You were Ken Farber.
Yeah, there you go, Ken Farber. I can't think of him. And then the other guy, Rudy Blacksteel. Yeah. Actually, that's the reason why I got into wrestling. So I used to get punked in school all the time, and my mom said, "You know what? You're gonna do your uncle's." So she stuck me over there. Then my uncle said, "Yeah, go with Rudy. He was a biker man and hardcore man, freaking he'd kick anyone's ass." And he freaking started training me. Started having me slapping the wall for hours at a time, man. My hands used to hurt so bad, just slapping the wall. Oh, and then that's it. Next year I started watching my cousin, all them at shows, and I said, "Damn, I'm gonna start doing this."
Yeah.
All right in. Ugh.
But it was all real. It wasn't it wasn't all a work. Like when you got at the ring with these guys at training and stuff, they would beat the shit out of us.
Right.
Were we allowed to cut?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
But literally, they'd beat the shit out of us. I mean, you thought you were getting through there. And, I mean, and so that was if they were happened to be there. But like most of the time with Goliath, he barely spoke any English. So it was all like body language, you know. But he totally taught us like lucha libre. Like we weren't learning like American style. We were learning, you know,
Mexican
style.
Right.
So completely different.
And that seems to be like a theme down there in SoCal, and obviously because of the proximity to the border, because you know the Ballard brothers had a similar start, you know, doing lucha libre, and we'll get into your lucha stuff that you guys did. But so tell us about your first matches. Like I just found out, you know, Lil Haystacks told me that his first match was the one I sent him from Bay Area Wrestling up here with Woody Farmer.
Woody Farmer.
Your very first match was already on television. Tell us about that experience.
I was 15 and my cousin was totally against it. He goes, "No, you're not going up there." So I kind of did behind his back one day. The Spanish Hitman, Frankie Valdez, he was like the booker for down here to take guys up there. So he called me up one night. He goes, "Hey, you want to go up here tomorrow and be on TV, your first match, whatever?" I said, "Yeah, let's do it." So I didn't tell my cousin. He was pissed, man. He goes, "Man, you're not supposed to be doing. You only been doing this shit a year. What the hell are you doing?" I said, "I don't know. Frankie asked me, so I did it." But it was an experience. So I started going every week or every other week. I went up there a couple times. That's when I met Chris Jericho. He just started, and he was up there with me my first time.
And that was his first televised match in California.
Yes. He was a real super nice guy back then, man. I don't know about after that. I never talked to him, but he was a nice guy.
Yeah.
Mae Young kicked the shit out of me. He came in on one of his matches one time and kicked the shit out of me, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "This lady's for real."
Yeah, I'm actually working right now. I'm working right now on a Bay Area wrestling documentary, and a lot of the interviews from guys like Shane Cody and them, they're like, "Yeah, Mae Young used to beat the shit out of us."
She didn't give a shit, man.
That lady will kick your ass.
Yeah. What about you? What about you, Kyle? What was your first match experience?
Oh, my first match was a tag team match. I had to train. Basically, it was pretty much almost every day for 6 months straight. And sometimes it would take longer. Sometimes not normally quicker. It would always take longer because Goliath made you pay your dues before you got your match. But I started seeing my name on the flyers. But anyways, it ended up being me and Goliath was my tag team partner, that was awesome. You know, I was my first tag team partner was a legend, and it was against El Sagrado, and oh god, oh man, I know.
If it comes to you, just let me know later.
El Poo Poo.
Yeah, the one titty guy. He had one tit.
Yeah.
It's called the octopus.
Little Mexican
Pulpo.
Guy.
Yeah, El Pulpo. Yeah.
El Pulpo. Yes, that was him exactly. So it was El Pulpo and Sagrado against me and Goliath. So that was my first match.
What was your name? What was your gimmick? Adam, what was your gimmick? What was your gimmick?
Oh, freaking the American Renegator. Shit.
Man, we used to wrestle him all the time, man. Me, him, my cousin, and then Jason Castro. We all used to go down there on Saturdays. I think we made like $10. Goliath ran the shows, and we used to gig and everything. Man, we used to go all out for like 20 people.
What city? What city would he run in?
San Bernardino Arena. San Bernardino.
Okay.
And they also have the same arena they used to in Bakersfield.
Okay.
It was like the same owner, the same design, everything.
Right.
You're talking about the dome.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called. Yeah,
Bakersfield Dome. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I guess when they had the territories back in the day, that's where they used to hit these little arenas like that.
Yeah. So tell us about the name. They called you guys Little Haystacks, and then Haystacks Brothers.
Yeah.
So how did that gimmick come about, and who gave it to you?
So I was wrestling as Tiny Tot. I was like a big baby or whatever. One day we're at training, and I'm sitting on the apron, and Jesse Hernandez just looking at me. I go, "Dude, what's up, man?" He goes, "I got a gimmick for you, brother. You're gonna be after Haystacks Calhoun. You're gonna be called Little Haystacks." I was, "All right, let's do it." And so he actually taught me. We signed I wrote a letter out to myself and sent it to me, so it was copyrighted or whatever. And so I started doing all that. I was wrestling as Little Haystacks, and he came up. Adam comes, he goes, "Hey man, we should be tag team partners. We should be like Haystacks Brothers." I was, "All right, let's do it. We live together. We're roommates." And then we started from there, man. That's when everything took off after that.
Right.
And I wrestled for NWC, TC. when he was running as, I think, Wayne Young or Wayne Bradley or something like that. And then when Jesse switched me over to Little Haystacks, that's when I was getting a lot of airtime. I always got beat. Right. I never won. That was fun.
Yeah. It was still cool though. It was good work.
Yeah. And then once we became tag team partners, then we started really lucha big time.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about after working SoCal. Tell us about some of the other places that you ventured out to. How did you start venturing out to NorCal? I mean, I know Wayne, you said you came with Bobby and Spanish Hitman, but afterwards for Kirk White, how did you make that connection?
Well, I was up for TC again, NWC, when they switched over to Sacramento. So I remember we were sitting at I was sitting at a table, and the other guy that ran up there, right next to Kirk. Who was that?
Is that all pro wrestling? Roland,
right? Yeah. He came up to me. He goes, "Hey, man, you think maybe one time we can we'll have you come over to our shows?" And be honest, he said, like, I could give you like $25, man. I said, "No, I'm good, bro." Because I was making a couple hundred from TC at the time or whatever. And I was like, "No, I'm doing for $25. He's like, "Oh, come on, man." I was like, "Nah." And then Kurt came up right after him. And Kurt said, "Give me like probably whatever TC was paying me. I think Kurt paid me. He took care of us all the time, man. He was a good guy, dude. He straight never did us wrong. Yeah, never had to worry about nothing with him." And then so then I was up there, and then Adam started coming. That's when we started tag teaming. That's right when we started Haystacks, I think.
No, we started Haystacks in Compton.
In Compton?
Yeah.
I don't remember
that. For the Mexican guys.
So working out, tell us some of your favorite matches and stories from Big Time Wrestling. Actually, let me tell you this real quick. I was talking to Jason Styles yesterday, and I told him I was interviewing and you guys, and he goes, "Oh man, I love those guys." And he wanted to know, this was his question. He wanted to know, how come you guys always tried new moves on him? Like,
because he would let us. Yeah, he would let us. He was so cool.
He just didn't like our move. That was all. It wasn't necessarily new. He just didn't like it.
Yeah. Well, he said there was a point. At one point he said, like, "Yeah, they told me straight up, hey, we never tried this before. We just thought about this on the drive up here."
He might have said that.
Yeah, I'm sure that was. Man, I love working with him. I did not care. Love, man. I would stiff him so hard he would never hit me back. Never give it back. But when he was teaming with Rosano would. And so that's what me and Adam like. We like to be tight because that's what we were taught. And Jason was back in feathers. Like, "Come on, man, hit me. Please hit me."
Yeah.
He was so fun.
Because he would barely touch you, and then he'd be like, "Oh, he was thinking, is that bad?" Like, dude, you gotta hit it harder than that, bro.
So you guys work the hardcore style a lot. Is it something that you guys always wanted to do, or is it just because it was popular at the time?
Yeah, it's popular. We kind of just fell into it.
People just wanted us to do that. We wrestled. I mean, we were trained to wrestle. Like, I mean, we can work like wrestle wise, but like every time, like when we went to Mexico, for instance, with that one time when we did that show in Monterey, and then that guy goes, we want you guys to get crazy because like we were killing people for WPW, in California. Yeah, like we were having crazy matches there, and that's what they wanted. But we were trying to keep it more technical so they didn't think we were just pieces of crap that didn't know how to work, and then they got mad at us and said, "No, we want you guys to hit these guys with chairs and shit." We were like, "Oh, okay, no problem."
That's when they threw us in a cage with Damien and Halloween.
Okay.
Oh man, that was a freaking fight. Yeah, those guys down there, man. I have not met one Mexican that was, besides Misterioso, that we didn't have to fight for. They're earning respect.
Yeah,
they were freaking all of them, man. They were stiff as no matter what. Every superstar, everything.
Yes.
Before we dive into Mexico, let's just go back to Big Time Wrestling real quick. Kyle, tell us about the time that you got to wrestle Al Snow. How was that?
Man, that was awesome. Like he was great. I was mad at Wayne because the whole way up there, Wayne told me I was wrestling I don't know who. He goes, "I don't even know this guy's name." Kirk told me he's like a new guy, and just it's gonna be la da 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 da. I was just like, "What?" And I was like, "Man, you wouldn't do that to us. He usually puts up with somebody good." And then I get there, and then he's like, "Yeah, you're getting to work out tonight." And I was just like, "Really?" So I was kind of pissed at him, but Al thought I was mad at him, and he fucking looks at me in the locker room, and I looked at him, and I wasn't mad dog or nothing, but I just looked at him. He goes, "You look pissed off, bro." He goes, "I don't know." And I was like, no. I was like, "I'm sorry, bro. Nothing towards you." I go, this is gonna be fine, I promise you. Because he thought I was like gonna stiff him or something. I was like, I don't know. I was mad at this guy because he lied.
Yeah.
It was a great experience. Like I'll tell you this too. He gave me a chair shot, man, during the match. It was just to the back. But dude, that rattled every bone in my body, man. But it was so clean. It was a total pleasure to wrestle out.
Yeah.
It really was.
Yeah. And how about going back to TC Martin days? What were some of the bigger matches you guys worked there?
The best match ever was us versus Bobby and Rob Van Dam.
That was it. That was the
man. That thing was off though. They just got back from All Japan, and we were just starting to kick off. Man, we just came back from Mexico, and we just all went at it. That's the hardest I ever been hit with a chair in my life was from Rob Van Dam. I'll never forget that. Oh my god, I thought I was gonna die.
It was a packed house too, man. That place was so ready, man. We were ready.
There was fire. There was air. There was everything. They were throwing everything at us. We were throwing everything at them.
And that dude, like, when we walked back through, he's like, "Oh, thanks for leaving us something, guys." He's like, "You guys are taking this shit to the curb." Like it was like the third match, but like we killed it. We were proud of it. It was good.
That was the best match ever. I think that's probably our best match ever.
Never seen it.
And it's in the vault somewhere, huh?
Yeah, he won't give it up. I know TC has it.
Yeah.
I know that match would have been something on something. It would have been like, I mean, that would have had to have been something on Independence for being a good match that year.
They just got back too, man. They just got back from All Japan.
Yeah.
We had TC Martin actually on this show, so maybe we can hit him up and see what's up.
Yeah.
We've hit him up plenty of times, but if you have any luck, let us know.
Hey, he put me with a lot of superstars too.
Yeah.
There were squash matches, but I didn't care. I wrestled a lot of superstars for him.
Right.
And even the midgets.
Yeah.
That was fun.
I don't like
And then obviously your connection to Mexico is probably from Goliath. And so how was working Mexico the first time? How was the crowd reaction, and how were the other workers' reaction towards you guys?
I can't thank him enough. Misterioso took us down there, put us underneath his wing, and freaking we were down there. We wrestled Tijuana one night, then we take off and fight and wrestle like 2 times. What?
Our first match in the auditorium.
I don't remember that.
It was the Predator and Mr. Tempest. Remember we beat him for the belt, and the referee screwed up the finish, and like we weren't supposed to win the belt, right? But the referee screwed up the finish. And freaking everybody at ringside, all the top guys were just like, "What the hell?" Like he pinned him. Like Wayne pinned, freaking. I think it was Mr. Tempest.
Yeah.
And like freaking out, and somehow they smacked the referee around and then changed it over and took the belts from us. It was strange. First match out was for the WWO tag team.
Were you guys wrestling as the Haystacks Brothers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So
that's actually my first
gimmick or nothing.
I never wrestled down there without him. Yeah. I used to always go watch my cousin down there in the auditorium and stuff, but I never wrestled in Mexico without Adam.
Okay. And how was the fan reaction towards you, and how were the other workers?
That time, I don't remember the fans, but man, we started some riots down there. We had to wait in Monterey a couple times, man, for everyone to leave, and the cops had to escort us out. The workers especially deeper down in Mexico, they didn't know us at all. They put it to us, man. Who's it? Oh, Negro Casas. He would not say not one word to us.
Yeah.
He would not say nothing. He just went out there and started wrestling.
That was in Cali, though.
Oh, that was? Oh, okay.
Negro Casas and Bestiva Savaje.
Man, the one night I'm talking about nothing, no finishing, nothing.
Not
you
one
just go
word.
out there and fight them.
They had a separate locker room from us and everything. Like, we were in the locker room, and like when our time came, he just walked up. He just said, "First fall, second fall, you, third fall us," and that was it. And we were like, "Okay, what the two is, huh?"
Yeah.
They were stiff.
We wrestled him 3 times that day, because we used to wrestle 3 times on Sunday. So like Sunday at 12 o'clock we'd be in Anaheim. 3:30 or so we'd be in Hawthorne, and then 7:30 we'd be in
Santa Paula.
So we wrestled them 3 times that day, and one day, and like we had the best match. It was main event each show, and we did best match each show.
And actually after that he goes, "You guys come down to Mexico with me."
Yeah, he was trying to sign us down there. I was having a problem with my passport.
And that's when Misterioso took us down there.
Oh wow.
Because we were
And you
actually going
guys-
to go to CMLL with Nego Casas, and then after that, he was going to send us to Japan, but we had problems with our passports and got him too late, man. And he goes, "Too late, man. Sorry." But damn.
Oh shit.
That was a ticket.
That opportunity never came up again.
Correct.
Oh man.
Actually, when we were down there in Mexico, the first time after we got deep down in there, Vampiro. He was good. We worked with him up here a lot, and he was really he's such a good guy too, man. We got down there and he saw us. He goes, "What the fuck are you guys doing down there?" We said, "Oh, Misterioso brought us down there." And he was just all, "Hey, that's who brought me down here."
Yeah.
He's like, "Man, you're a good guy right there, man."
Yeah.
Misterioso, enough for that guy, man.
Santos was the same way. Remember, like Santos seen us and he's like, "What are you guys doing down here?
Yeah.
What do you think we're doing?"
So were you guys fans of Lucha Libre, or is it just something that you fell into and you had to learn, or were you guys watch like old school matches?
Oh yeah, I was fans. I used to always watch them, especially because my cousin wrestled down there all the time when I was young. So I was always going with him all the Fridays and nights at the auditorium, and I just loved it.
Yeah.
And being the Hill was the best down there, man. We started some fights, man. Woo, some riots. That was so fun. Actually, our bar, Eddie Guerrero told me I was wrestling for AAA up in San Jose one time, and they and I just subbed in because Jake the Snake was late or something, or I don't remember what it was, and I was tag teaming with them, and they were just all, "Hey man, you just gotta fucking hate all these fucking Mexicans." And Eddie told me that. I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "All right." So that's where I learned that shit from. They were good guys, man.
Awesome,
Our bar and Eddie Guerrero.
It was a crazy time back then. That's the reason. That was kind of the mentality. Like, I mean, back in the '90s, it was like the Wild West of pro wrestling. There wasn't a lot of cooperative things going on, you know.
Right. Tell us about some other promotions that you worked in SoCal and what led to you guys eventually retiring.
Oh shit! I think everyone. Oh no, the only one I didn't work for was XPW.
Mm-hmm.
Was that the big one down here? Or at one time?
The bigger one, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't work for. That's the only one I don't think we worked for.
They wanted us to sign contracts and they wanted us just to work exclusively like they dared. We just had a lot of things going on, so we just didn't want to do that. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
They were like, I don't know exactly what they offered, but it was just wasn't enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We just didn't want to work exclusively like that. So
right. So you didn't really have like a home promotion. You guys were just
I guess you say EWF and Jesse's. Yeah, because it was just cool, and we worked for him. I guess a lot, huh?
Kind of.
And then Martin WPW, man. Once he started, we were with him his first show, and he put us every week, man, out there.
Yeah. He used to have a great schedule. That guy, like I said, 3 times on Sunday, 2 times on Saturday,
right?
And Friday nights, and then anything else we could squeeze in on the weekend.
Right.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
So what ultimately made you guys like, okay, dude, it's time to hang up the boots, or just not like the scene? Did the scene change?
I guess me was having my kids, I think. My kids, and then I'm just like, man, I can't do this no more. I ain't making no money. Because I think when we were down in Mexico, we made like $100 a night, I think.
Mm-hmm.
No, we're making
was it? I don't remember. So that was like, dude, this ain't enough. So I had to go get a regular job. And actually, when I got a regular job, I would do it for Kurt, and mainly just Kurt only. And then Adam went to Vegas, and he'd go to Kurt every now and then, and he kept doing it after me.
Doug Anderson too, cheerleader Melissa's dad, Doug.
Yeah, down in SoCal.
Yeah, he did really good shows too.
Oh yeah.
He used to fly me in from Vegas to come do those shows and stuff. So that was pretty cool.
Do you guys think that the Haystacks Brothers, got the respect that they deserved all the years that you were in the game? Since you were young. Because there's a lot of tag teams that always get brought up in the SoCal scene, like the Ballard Brothers and guys like that. But do you think like the Haystacks Brothers like ever got the props they deserved?
Yes, I do. I feel like I did. Actually, I think Adam named the Ballard Brothers.
Who did?
Adam. Yeah, he came up with their gimmick.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, not really. They were just when they first started, they were doing the hockey thing, and I forget what they were calling themselves, but Shannon, I think I was talking to, and he goes, he goes, man, we need a name for ourselves, you know? And he goes, and we're twins and blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, well, what's your guys' last name? And he was all Ballard. And I go, that's got a good ring to it. Ballard Brothers. And he goes, oh, you don't think that would be bad, you know, because you guys are the Haystacks? You know, I go, dude, there could be as many brother tag teams as there has to be, brother. I mean, you know, Ballard's a good name.
Right.
That was it. And they were like, all right. They just went with it. So very cool.
They did good for themselves, man.
Did you guys work a lot against each other?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
right when they first came out, I think, or started? Yeah. A lot, man.
Yeah,
they were kind of like Jason Styles, too. They were kind of just like, all right, go ahead, do it.
Yeah.
Oh, man, we had some matches with those guys. We had some drag outs with those guys. It was awesome. Good match.
Yeah.
All right, so tell us, each of you, tell us one of your favorite road stories, something funny that happened, something crazy that's happened. You know, everyone's got them. So let's start with Little Haystacks, if you can think of a.
That's it. I think my first tour, it was with Louis Sicoli, Bill Anderson, Bob, my cousin. We're in Arizona for Gator Wolf. And I want to say the Hanna Brothers and someone else took the van out to go get something to eat, and they came back with a total, man. It had shit all over it, or they had a cow out there in the dairy or something like that, and they fucked that whole thing up, man. And everybody's like, "What the fuck do we do now?" And so there was another rental van, and the next day, Bill Anderson got a hold of the cops or something, and the cops came in and they ribbed him. They arrested him and all that because they act like they're sacred cows and shit like that. That was so fucking funny. I'll never forget that.
Those fools hit a cow doing like 70.
They
They're doing like 70 miles an hour. The freaking cow walked across the road and they hit it.
Like shit everywhere, man.
That thing all over their car. It was crazy.
I got one more than one. Our first tour down to Mexico. Me and this guy, we're drinking some beer. We get done, and we passed out. Left our door open. Next day, Misterioso was kicking the bed, waking us up. He goes, "What the fuck?" He goes, "You guys just passed out. Left the door open. You're not in America. You guys will get robbed, fucking killed." He was so pissed off at us. He said, "Come on, we're gonna fix your hangover." And he took us to eat some freaking the worst. I guess it was good, but what's it called? That seafood soup, Seven Mary soup, or whatever.
Siete Mares, yeah.
Oh my god, I cannot stomach that, man. But he goes, you're gonna eat it. He goes, no, you're gonna eat it. You gotta work tonight. You're eating it.
I'll be honest, I feel better after I ate mine. But man, it was hard to get down because he took us into this place. And right when you walk in, this guy's chopping fish right there. This is in Monterey. He's like chopping fish, and dude, it smells so bad. It smelled like Dirty Girl or something, you know. And that was not what we were trying to smell in there. But
he was so pissed off at us.
I muscled that down, and I actually felt a little better. So I'm gonna give him props on that.
Yeah, he didn't drink or nothing. He was straight.
What about you, Adam? Another road story that comes to mind?
Oh man, well, I just feel like I had a lot of guys mess with me. I know I got some good ones, but one that really tripped me out though, actually, that was pretty funny, is El Dandy. You know El Dandy is right next to me. Sitting there on the freaking bus. We were going to like Laredo or something, and I got another part to this story too. After I should have something good. And so we're going, and this dude turns around, and he looks at me, and he goes, "Hey, I heard you like sucking dick." And I look at him and I go, "What the fuck? I haven't talked one word to this dude before." I go, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, I heard you like sucking dick." And that was it, man. I'm a verbal assassin, so the whole way to Laredo, I was just fucking with that dude as hard as I could, man. It was funny because like I seen him on TV all these years, and I was like jazzed sitting by him and stuff, or sitting in front of me. I was just kind of marking out, and I was just like, then he just turns around and says that, and I was like, yeah. Fuck? But anyway, so we get over to this. There's like a weird thing. It's like a checkpoint out in the middle of freaking boonies in Mexico. You know, like we're on the bus, and these freaking guards get on the bus, and they got M16s, and they're fucking aiming at us and shit.
At right our face,
like at everybody. And La Fiera, you know La Fiera?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So La Fiera's sitting there. What did he do? When he like popped off to this, he said some shit to the guy. That guy got pissed at him, the dude with the gun. And he's like jammed him, and he's like, "What'd you say?" Blah, 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 blah. And he started yelling at him in Spanish. I was like, "We're gonna fucking die, dude, because this dude is pissed off this cop." And then they got me and Wayne off the damn bus, right? We were the only two Americans on that damn thing. So they pulled us off, and they're detaining us for a minute. And Misterioso got off that damn thing, And me and Wayne are sitting there sweating bullets, and like, because we didn't have our passports, and you're supposed to have licenses to wrestle and all kinds of shit down there.
Oh yeah.
We didn't have any of that shit. So like, fucking goes in there and like he's in there for about a half hour, huh, Wayne?
Yeah,
Half hour, and then he comes out and he's like, "Get on the bus, don't ask any questions." And we were like, "Okay." We jumped on that bus, and we were fucking out of there, dude. And I was like,
that's scary.
that was sketchy because they were pointing guns at us and shit. So
He had to like reveal himself because at that time he wore a mask, so he had to show him, "Hey, this is me, this is Misterioso," and so fucking they were like, "Oh, okay."
I think he told the whole
Everybody
bunch
saw
of
his identity.
wrestlers, like, if you fuck us up right now, they're gonna have a show in this next town tonight. Like,
And then we had to go to the next town and go get our tickets or something. I don't remember our license.
Oh,
Damn.
they held on to them. Yeah.
Yeah, man, they had those guns right at our head. I was like, "Oh fuck!" I was like, "I think I want to go home." Man. Man,
Would you guys would have stayed in Mexico if you guys had your passports and stuff? Would you guys stayed there like to work?
Yes,
because a lot of Americans have made a big career down there.
Yeah, we actually I want to say New Casa or something. They had an apartment set up for us, electric and everything for me and him. We were going to pay like $125 a month total, and to like stay there.
We wanted to move to Mexico City.
Yeah, into the town. We were there.
You guys are ready.
Yeah, we were there.
Yeah, we were close, man. We just we just didn't. I really feel like we just kind of missed the train. You know what I mean? We didn't just grasp it while we should have, because we were good enough to do it. I mean, it just, family just came first, and
right. That's understandable.
Yeah,
man. You guys had a lot of fun while you did it, though. So
yeah.
What about? Oh, go ahead.
No, I love Mexico. Yeah. At that time.
Okay, now what about you guys don't have to mention names if you don't want to, but a time when a promoter tried to stiff you or was shady or the funniest excuse for not paying you?
I'll say Gator Wolf was one. I had the little karate kid, the little midget. He took care of me all week long, man, because Gator Wolf wasn't paying us for some reason. And then something Crispano, I don't know. Me and Cincinnati Red. We brought Sergeant Slaughter down from Kirk White's show. He dropped him off in Bakersfield for WR show. Me and Kurt Red went to Lancaster to wrestle. And I don't remember the guy's name, but we're in the ring and freaking this place is sold out. And we're in the middle of the match in the ring, and my wife comes up. She goes, "Hey, the promoter just left with the cash box," because everybody's already watching him. And so me and Ray said, "What the fuck?" We said, "Fuck this." We just walked out of the match and freaking we drove to that guy's house, and we were at his house for 24 hours, man. We got like a band from the city, everything. The cops came out, "You're not allowed to be here." I go, "This guy owes us like $500." And he's like, "No, you can't be here." Fucking Red, man. Red
killed somebody for less too, trust and believe.
Yeah, shit. Red, man, Red was on that guy. Man, Yokozuna's like, "I told you guys to get your money."
Yeah.
Get your money first. I think Adam got stiffed by Gator Wolf too.
Yes, I did. I almost had to pimp out my old lady just to get home.
Don't you?
That's not a lie. Had to.
Gator Wolf for brand new town. Like $50 a night.
Huh?
Yeah, we made like $50 a night for Gator Wolf, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it was 7 days or whatever, 14 days, whatever it was.
Yeah,
that's when my first tour was with the Superfly Snuka too. That guy was so nice.
Yeah.
Him and his son.
So you guys worked a lot with Red, right? Did you guys train with him as well?
Oh yeah. Actually, he gave me credit for giving him his first wrestling lesson. So, but I didn't know shit either. He just happened to show up at San Bernardino Arena when I happened to be in there training. I think I was there for like 2 weeks or less, and he came in and started talking to me about it. I didn't know him from hole in the wall, and that was my first meeting with him. But I basically showed him how to do like a 3/4 roll. It's about all I know how to do. I was like, I can do a 3/4, and that's about it. I didn't know shit.
Man.
What about a crazy fan interaction? I'm sure in Mexico you're talking about riots, but has there been any other times when a fan was either trying to fight you for reals or trying to get in the ring or?
He has one in Laredo, huh?
Oh yeah. Well, no, it was that street fight. Like we were wrestling Damien and Halloween in a street fight because we were getting crazy because they wanted us to get crazy. So like we did a street fight with those guys, and it was in that bullfighting arena in Laredo, Mexico. I don't know. You familiar with that building?
No.
It's a freaking crazy ass huge building. It's
Huge.
weird. Like you get off the tour bus. Like the first time we seen it, it was weird because like you get off the tour bus, right? Like all the boys started walking up this dirt road, and we were like, where the hell are these guys going? And like so they started walking down this dirt road, and like all the kids from the houses like on the street start coming out, and like literally, like everybody in their houses piled out onto the streets because they knew the wrestlers were coming. And so like me and Wayne just looking at each other going, where the fuck are we going? Why are we walking? Like, can we get a car or something? Like, you know? And we get on this road a little bit, and you walk up over these like train tracks, and there's this big ass building. It looks like a giant 3-layer cake just sitting out in the middle of the dirt. Like, I mean, when we looked at each other, we were like, dude, that building is huge. It kind of reminded me of like Coliseum or something in like Rome, but like there was nothing out there. It was in the middle of dirt. Yeah. So we were like, whoa. And anyway, we went to the locker room that night, and when we came back out, like you walk out of that building and we walked outside to get some air, and as far as you could see, there were cars. I mean, I don't know how many people that building held, but it was a lot. Probably about 10,000, between 10 and 15,000 people.
Get to the fan. Get to where the fan kick dress. Or
yeah. So anyway, fighting with Damien out there in this damn match, and like I was fighting with him, and then all of a sudden I chin checked myself, like my chin just hit my chest. Wham! Somebody just socked me in the back of the head.
Oh shit!
And I was pissed, and so I fucking turned around, and the first guy that was right there, I dropped his ass, bam! And then all of a sudden I started getting chairs and fists and all kinds of shit flying at me. So I started grabbing these little Corona chairs, and I just started whipping these Corona chairs at the fans, and they just started stampeding backwards, and people were getting crushed. And fucking Damien grabs me and he goes, "Get the fuck back over the guardrail right now!" I'm like, okay. So I fucking dove back in there, got the fuck out of that, man, because like I'm telling you, I was getting attacked by like 20 people. So they, you know, you can't. That's the rule, you know. If somebody touches you like that, you have to fight back. If you go back to the back and the boys let you see, just let somebody get over on you like that, they'll kick your ass themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Wayne?
I don't know. I can't remember none. I'm sure I've been. They spit on me and all that shit. I used to talk a lot of shit when I was freaking, especially at Rudo, man. A lot of shit. I can't remember none.
I don't remember any fans attacking.
No, me neither. I remember one when me and him were wrestling each other in Compton, and he went to do a tope, and the fan pushed me.
Shit.
And he goes, Adam goes over my head, and I hit his legs, and he does a fucking bump on the outside.
Backdrop into the third row of chairs while I'm beat the fuck out. I was bleeding so badly, like somebody shot me in the fucking head. I fucking backdrop into the third row of chairs. That fucking sucks.
What about any embarrassing stories? Anything embarrassing that's ever happened to you in the ring or during a match?
Oh shit.
Well, I can tell one real quick. I was me and Bobby were wrestling, and together we were tag team for some reason on this one show, and Bobby jumps in the ring, you know, and he's and I'm coming down, and I get up on the ring, and so I go to jump over the top rope, and Bobby comes and hits the ropes right when I'm jumping over it, pulled the rope on me, and I went ba-bunk, and I fell right into the damn ring. Nobody saw that, right? Nobody saw that.
Actually, we just did a not just did, but when Red passed away, we did a memorial match for him, whatever. We did a run-in on Jesse's show, then we did another one for Bart. But I'm running into the ring, and I freaking just stiffed myself on the apron. Boom! I couldn't see with my glasses on, and I just tore my whole knee up, my whole shin. I was oh fuck, that hurt so bad.
You didn't get in the room.
I know. We made that. So we went in there and we kicked the shit out of this little guy. He was so pissed off at us. We just did a run-in. And me and Adam got in there and just fucking bumped the fuck out of this kid. And he was so pissed off.
He was a little mad. It was just, I don't know if it was different. I think he was just a little mad because, Jesse wanted us to go out there and make a little statement. So we were like, all right, cool.
So just winding down a little bit here. All these years that you were in the business, what was one of the things that you found disappointing about your whole either career or things about the business that you're like, man, I wish that could have been different?
Oh, that's a good one. Man.
Probably a lot of the wear and tear on the body. You know what I mean? I knew that got pretty bad.
Should have listened to the old timers. He's always telling me, stop doing that, kid. Stop doing that. I don't know nothing. It's stupid, man. Should have listened to him. Now my knees, I already had a couple knee surgeries, man. My back.
I just felt indestructible back in the day, I guess. You know. I remember first time we used to, because we used to do WWF too. You know what I mean? We used to wrestle in WWF too. Did you ever get a hold of any of that stuff? I thought you said you sent me 1, 2, 3 kid thing or whatever.
No. I said I was looking for it.
Oh, remember that? That was cool.
1, 2, 3 kid
Went to the 1, 2, 3 kid, and he gave him $20 after their match.
I was like, what's this for? He goes, man, he goes, you did a good job. I said, what the fuck? Then I went out there, and next thing you know, my name was on the board. It was like 3, 4 times for that night. And I was like, what the hell? And what was that? Was it Steve Hardy or Steve Lombardi? He was a personal shopper.
Lombardi.
Yeah, he came out there and he started telling somebody, what the fuck is this kid up here for? I'm not on there one time. What the fuck? I was like, whatever. I'm paying the same amount of money. I don't care.
So were you guys doing like tryouts or dark matches or what was that experience? Talk to us about the experience at WWF.
Oh, we used to do we used to do the Druid thing. We used to do I don't know if we did dark matches, but we used to do like live, because when Raw and WCW were like fighting each other, you know, it was live. So like I remember it was a little bit kind of nerve-wracking, because they would tell us, okay, there ain't no second takes on these kids. You know what I'm saying? You got to go out there and do it right. I think the first time I wrestled live was doing that handicap match against Bundy with Raven. Bundy, and it was like Stockton or something at the college. There.
My first time out there was in Oakland with that's when Steve Rosano wrestled Justin Bradshaw, and he gave him a fucking clothesline on
his head off. Oh my god,
dude! He fucking rang that guy's bell, and fucking I remember asking Rosano later on. How was that? He was fucking hurt.
Totally. You got that.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
You guys were pretty mean. Like, I mean, I was wrestling Men on a Mission in South Padre Island, Texas, and that was the only time I've ever been knocked out in the ring. I was wrestling Men on a Mission, and Mabel, like, you know, they used to do that gimmick where like they shoot you the turnbuckle, and then Mo would grab him and swing him around, and he'd go back, and then he'd swing him around again and shoot him in, and like he'd just come in and do like the Vader thing on you.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude, he came running and just went, and I mean, I never heard so many bones in my body crack at one time. It was insane. And then I just remember waking up holding the middle rope, and my head was straightened in the ring, and I was out. But I woke up with my head in the ring and my hand still holding the middle rope, and I was just like, what the fuck just happened? It knocked me clean out of it. Oh, it was crazy.
Yeah. What about you? Any memories from WWF?
No, I remember none of us wanted to draw Vader. All of us were all
Bloody Donna's, and I think Sonny gave you a kiss on your head or something, didn't you?
Yeah, something like that. I don't remember. I remember. Oh yeah, well, what was her husband? Chris Canito? Yeah.
Yeah.
He fucking stepped the fuck out of me, and I was like, "What the fuck, man?" And fucking Bruce Pritchard or what was it? Tag team partner, son of Pritchard. He was easy, but freaking Canito kicked the fuck out of me. And then that was San Diego.
You were all happy because Sonny slapped you. Sonny slapped me. I'm so happy. I wrestled Mark Miro that night, actually, in San Diego Sports Arena. I wrestled Mark Miro that night, and I got to meet Sable that night. That was the first time I met Sable.
That's the first time she started, I think, too.
Yeah, Sable was hot.
I think, man, we made pretty good money with them. It was like $250 a night. You just walk up to Arnold, or was it Arnold Skolin?
Yeah, with his like 1 foot cigar.
Yeah. You walk up to him, he goes, "All right, here you go, give me a receipt."
He'd sit there, Arnold Skolin be sitting there with a big ass cigar, and this lawyer would be sitting there with a briefcase just stacked with money. Just stacked. Yeah. And he'd be like, "All right, kid, you want your money?" And he'd sign your shit.
Yeah.
All the boys would be mine too, because they got $25 for house shows. So they're doing a house show or a TV tape, and they got $25. They dress down there waiting for their $25.
Yeah. Well, anything else you guys want to say in closing? Anybody you want to, shout out to? What are you guys up to now? Are you guys involved in the business at all anymore?
No, not at all.
Been thinking about going down and been getting kind of yacked at because we don't like share our, you know what I mean, with people. So like, been thinking about starting to go down to the School Hard Knocks, start, just down there advising, just chilling around, getting in the ring a little bit. Knees are just all busted up nowadays. That's my problem, I didn't want to. I mean, you got to know when to bow out, because if we can't do our thing the way we did it before, like, we don't really want to. You know what I mean?
Right.
The rest of the stuff nowadays is crazy.
We don't want to mess that up.
Are you guys
This was-
fan of the scene nowadays?
No, I
I
can't tell you the last time I watched it.
like AEW.
If I'm at Hayes' house or whatever, he'll make me watch it.
People we work with are there, so
Right.
yeah. But
Yeah.
nah, Japan, you know, he doesn't watch wrestling. I don't know why.
Well, I'd like to thank you, Haystacks Brothers, for being part of Indy Handshake. Like I said, this is your first podcast, so I hope that it was what you hoped for. Any other last words you want to say before we log off?
Shit, no.
No, I was happy to have pleasure to be on here with you, though, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Right
You
on.
can
Well,
give a
thank
shout
you
out
for
to Kurt
watching.
White for us.
What's that?
Give a shout out to Kurt White for us.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
And Mr.
So
Styles.
Jason, I'll take Jason Styles just said what's up. I'm sure Jason's
Yes.
watching
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
Styles for sure. Yeah.
If Jason is watching right now, he knows what that means.
And tell him,
But
come
anyway,
on.
thank you for watching Indy Handshake. I've been Jesus Cruz with the Haystacks Brothers. We'll watch you next time.